You are cruising down the road, perfectly enjoying your drive, when suddenly your engine completely stalls out without a single warning sputter, or your automatic transmission starts slamming into gear so violently you think the entire gearbox just dropped onto the pavement. That terrifying, out-of-nowhere drivability nightmare is exactly what happens when your engine computer throws a P060C diagnostic trouble code, which essentially means the powertrain control module has suffered a critical main processor performance error. Think of your engine computer as the central brain of your vehicle, constantly running millions of internal self-tests every single second to make sure the air, fuel, and spark are perfectly balanced. When the controller area network, the central nervous system connecting all the modules together, detects that the main processor is returning corrupted data or failing its internal checks, it instantly panics and throws this severe code. This is basically the automotive equivalent of a blue screen of death on your laptop. While it is incredibly tempting to just assume the expensive computer is completely fried, especially if you are chasing notorious electrical gremlins in something like a classic Peugeot or a quirky European hatchback, you absolutely must check the basics first. I cannot tell you how many times a supposedly dead computer was actually just suffering from a blown power supply fuse, a sticking main relay, or a completely corroded chassis ground wire starving the processor of the voltage it desperately needs to think clearly. You need to grab a digital multimeter and systematically test every single power and ground circuit going into that main harness under an actual electrical load. You also want to pull the computer out and physically inspect the metal casing for any signs of severe water intrusion or melted plastic from an internal short circuit. If your power and ground lines are flawlessly supplying 12 volts and a solid ground, then unfortunately, that internal processor really has failed. Replacing an engine computer is not a simple plug-and-play job you can do in your driveway, because a brand new blank module has to be precisely programmed and calibrated with specialized dealer software to properly sync up with your specific engine immobilizer and anti-theft system before the car will even attempt to crank over.